Hello, my love. Welcome to another episode of Blisstopia podcast. I'm your host, Mercedes Castellani, and today we have a juicy episode on money manifestation. This is the part 3 of a series of 3 podcast episodes on money mindset. On the first one, we talked about abundance and the difference between abundance mindset and lack mindset. On the second one, we talked about your relationship with money and the different attachment styles that you can have with wealth. And then on this third podcast episode, we're going to talk about money manifestation. So we're diving into the woohoo side of things, which I absolutely love. And this has really transformed my life, not only in regards to money, but also in regards to love, to finding my purpose, to health. Manifestation is not just some woohoo thing. It really is a tool that can help you make your dreams come true. So let's dive into this manifestation podcast. Before we dive into today's content, I am currently in Cannes in south of France. My partner's family, they have a beautiful home in the south of France, and we are currently spending some time with them. So it's just really relaxing in this beautiful ginormous house next to the city of Cannes. We are going to the beach every day, spending time with all of the kids and the adults in the family. So it's really like a very relaxing time with my partner's family. And it's just so beautiful to be able to share these moments with him that are absolutely special. And I am super grateful to be a part of that as well. So let's dive into today's content. So, when we want to manifest something, there are 5 key steps for manifestation. First of all, clarity. Second, the vibration. Third, embodiment. 4, taking aligned action. And 5, surrender. So let's dive into each and every one of these, and I will be explaining everything. So you don't need to worry if these names sound a little bit weird right now. So, first of all, clarity. If you want something in life, money or anything else for that matter, you need to know exactly how that is going to look like, how that's going to be. So, for example, if you say, I want more money, you need to be more precise than that. What is more money? Is it, for example, $100,000 in your bank accounts? Is it $1,100 of net worth? Is it another number? Is it a million, a billion? It's somewhere around those lines, or a completely different number? Which is your number? And what do you exactly mean by that? Is it going to be money in your cash available in your accounts? Is it going to be all your accounts combined? Is it going to be your net worth? What are we actually talking about? So once you're super clear on the number that you want, and again, you can change this number. First, you can start with a number, you manifest that number, you can continue to increase. You are allowed to change your number, but for the sake of the manifestation process, you need to choose one number and stick to that number for a good amount of time until you see it come to life, and then you can change if you want to a even bigger number, if that's something that you want. We're not obliged to always want more and more and more. You could also decide this number is okay for me and I will happily stay in this number as well. So what you want to understand is, how is this manifestation going to look like? How is this going to sound? How does the notification on your phone sound when you get the type of income that you want? How many? Is it going to be a couple of notifications? Is it going to be many notifications? How do they look? So you need to know how your manifestation looks, sounds, feels like? How does it smell? Is there a specific smell to wealth that you want to have more of in your life? And then most importantly, what are you going to do when this becomes your reality? When this number, it's a normal part of your life. This is just who you are now and the level of income that you have. How are you going to behave? Who are you going to share this with? Where are you going to be? So again, getting super clear on the number and getting super clear at a granular level of what that means in your life. Using your five senses and also thinking, okay, what are the consequences of me actually having this right now? What am I going to be able to do? Who am I going to be able to be? Who can I share this with? All of this juicy information to paint a beautiful picture for your future. The second step is vibration, because the truth is that we don't want more money. We want the feeling that we think money will provide. So, for example, in my case, I don't want more money. I want a sense of peace, a sense of calm, a sense of trust, knowing that I can trust money to be there for me, a sense of freedom, a sense of expansion, because there's so many opportunities that open up because of that money. And yeah, and a sense of joy and excitement, because there's so many beautiful things that are available in life when that money manifestation comes to fruition. So it is important to know that most of the things that we want in life have a very high frequency. So the question you need to ask yourself is, first of all, how do I think money will make me feel? How am I going to feel when I have this amount of money that you decided on step number one? And how can I start feeling that way today? For example, in my case, money means, for myself, money means peace, calm, because you don't need to worry about things. So, what I do in order to put myself in that emotion of peace and calm is, for example, meditate every day or do EFT tapping, which is when you tap in different karate points in your body. If you're seeing the video, you're going to see the gesture that I just did. So I will do these things, meditation, EFT tapping, to provide to my body and my nervous system this sense of peace and calm. Money for me equals trust. It's a sense of trust because I know I'm in a relationship with this energy and I trust this energy to always be there for me because it always has been there for me. And I also want money to trust me. So I intentionally make, very good decisions with money. I manage my money carefully with lots of love, with lots of attention, lots of care. I'm always learning about money because I want money to be able to trust me. And I want to trust money as well. And then to have this sense of, joy and expansion and excitement about life, I love traveling. And I know that when I'm traveling, I feel all of that sense of expansion, that sense of excitement, that sense of, when we were children and we just wanted to savor everything in life and we just wanted to see everything and touch everything. And traveling really puts me in that vibration. So I do know that when I'm traveling, I am much more magnetic to wealth because I'm feeling exactly that way. So the question is, how do you think money will make you feel? And most importantly, how can you start feeling that today? Not tomorrow, not when you have that money. This is when you need to trick the system a little bit. You need to start feeling these feelings, even though the level of wealth that you want might not be there yet, but it will be. once you are able to sustain that vibration, reality will need to catch up with you eventually, and you will end up having the level of wealth that you want to have because you are a magnet. You are at a much higher frequency, and now reality needs to match your frequency. The third step is embodiment. So, embodiment means how do you become the woman who already has this level of wealth? Because the truth is that we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. So you need to become this woman. And I'm not talking fake it till you make it, because that would mean that you're putting a character that it's not fully you. I'm talking be until you become it. You need to fully become the woman who already has these things. So here it's really fun, you can play with so many things. So in my case, the woman who already has these things, she has a black card. I got an amazing black card, like metallic, heavy, like super, super luxurious and beautiful. The woman who already has the level of wealth that I want dresses in a certain way. So I try to dress as much as possible in that way. The woman who has that level of wealth has certain friendships who are also abundant thinkers and who are also wealthy, ambitious women. So I am actively cultivating that type of friendships. The woman who has the level of wealth that I want is investing, is learning about finances, is educating herself all the time. The woman that has the level of wealth that I want speaks about wealth, not because, she's worried about it, but just because it's interesting to know what are other people investing in, what are they actually doing, and sort of normalizing that kind of conversation, like, oh, you're investing in that thing. Okay, and how much return are you getting? And yeah, and I'm investing in that thing. What do you think about this? So, making money a part of the conversation doesn't have to be the whole thing, because wealthy people are not talking about money all the time. They actually talk less than we think that they do. And these I've heard from millionaire friends who have told me that actually millionaires don't talk about money that much as we would think. So here the important thing is to shift from an energy of desire, so desiring that level of wealth, to an energy of I already have this thing. And now that I already have this thing, what do I get to do? Who do I get to be? How do I speak? How do I think? So I've been working a lot in, okay, how does this woman speak? Which are the words that you will never hear her say? Like, this is expensive. She doesn't use that word. She uses luxurious, premium. She doesn't use the word cheap because the word cheap feels cheap. So she uses the word accessible. She doesn't use the word if my business is successful, if I get more clients. No, when my business reaches a certain level, when I get X amount of clients. So using that vocabulary is what the wealthy woman that I aspire to be is actually doing. So I need to become her in absolutely everything that I do. The way I speak, the way I dress, the way I think, people who are around me, the types of conversations that are around me, because every decision that we make will bring us closer or push us further away from becoming that woman. Step number 4 is taking aligned action. And this one, we probably know it quite well. So, embodiment is all about the feminine energy. It's about being the woman who already has these things. Now, step number 4, aligned action, is the masculine energy, doing the things that we need to do. Because if we are clear on the number that we want, we know how we're going to feel, we're becoming that woman. But if we don't send the email that we need to send, or we don't make the phone call that we need to make, things are not going to happen. So we need to take nano actions that, compounded over time, will take us to the vision where we want to be. And again, every action brings you closer to your vision or pushes you further away from your vision. So you need to do your 50% in the best possible way. And then the fifth step is, once you have, done all of your parts, you're clear on what you want, you know how that is going to feel, you're becoming the woman, you're taking aligned action. If you've done everything that is in your control, because up until step number 4, that is under your control, then you need to let go of control and trust that something bigger than you, whether you call that universe, God, source, energies, whatever, is going to bring that your way. And the same way you place an order on Amazon and you absolutely trust that it is going to be there for you on the date that it said that it's going to be there for you, you need to trust that the universe will deliver your package. The only thing is that it might take a little bit longer than you expected, because sometimes the package is even better than the thing that you ordered originally. So if your meditation is not manifesting as quickly as you would want it, if something is like, it's not really clicking, you can check 2 things. First, you can check which of these 5 steps is failing. And then you can also check if you are too much on your feminine or too much on your masculine. Are you too much on the being, but you're not really doing? Or are you doing too much, but you're not really being? And if anything happens, there's, like some setbacks, you can always think to yourself, it's all part of the plan. So today I want to leave this episode with 8 money hacks that will allow you to manifest the level of wealth that you wish. First of all, be selective with where you seek advice. If you wouldn't swap your financial reality with another person's financial reality, do not listen to them. And that covers both solicited and unsolicited advice. The second hack is to surround yourself with abundant thinkers. So make sure, if you've heard the part 1 of this series, that you are an abundant thinker and that you surround yourself with abundant thinkers. The third hack is to understand your money story before 7 years old. You might need a coach to do this or a therapist to do this, because some of these stories can be quite difficult or entangled. So I really recommend you to seek support when you dive into this part of your story. Hack number 4 is to create safety in your body around money. And you can do that through meditations, visualizations, EFT tapping, hypnosis. There's different modalities that allow you to regulate your nervous system and make money feel safe in your body. The fifth is to give your money a purpose. When on step number 1 on clarity, when you get clear on the number that you want, you also need to get clear on what are you going to do with that money and who is going to benefit from you having more money. And here, think the big picture. So not only your partner, your family, your friends, your colleagues maybe, but really think, what about all women benefiting from you having more money, because now you're showing us what's possible. Think about the world at large becoming a more beautiful place, because now you get to buy sustainable things and take care of the planet, or you get to donate some of your money to causes that really move your heart. So really think the big picture. The 6th hack is to get intimate with your money. You can do money dates, but make sure that you really spend time with your money and give your money all the love, care, attention that you would give to a partner. Hack number 7 is to spend and invest from your power. So basically, every time that I'm making a big investment in a new coach, for example, in a new program, or just a big financial investment in general, I put myself in a really high state with music. I really make sure that I feel amazing so that I'm training my brain to think that all interactions with money are fun, exciting, cool, and just training my body to really think that money equals excitement, joy, expansion. And hack number 4 is to follow your soul's highest excitement. One of the female superpowers that we have is intuition. So if you can tap into your intuition and you know when something feels right for you and you trust that gut feeling that tells you to go for it, that's when you start making decisions that are not coming from your rational mind, but from your deepest core, from your soul. And those decisions will always be right. There was never once in my life when I made a decision intuitively, a big decision intuitive, like moving to another country or saying yes to a person, saying no to a person or a project. And those decisions have always been right for me. So I hope you really enjoyed this money series. I hope you enjoyed this part 3, where we covered money manifestation and money hacks. If you want to dive into your money mindset, you want to dive into your story before 7 years old, you want to rewire your subconscious mind for wealth, you want to really reprogram, change your limiting beliefs and replace them with more empowering beliefs around money, so that then you can see your reality starting to shift, then I really want to work with you. So all you need to do is book a discovery call. The link is in the show notes. We're going to spend 45 minutes together. First, you're going to share your situation with me, where you are in life and in your finances. Then, if it's a fit, I will share with you the one-on-one coaching program that will allow you to work on rewiring your subconscious mind for wealth. So again, it's very simple. You just need to book a discovery call. We're going to get to know one another, spend 45 minutes together. And if at the end of that session, you and we both decide that it's a good fit, then we're going to absolutely change your financial reality inside and out. So thank you so much for joining for this episode. I will see you on the next episode. And in the meantime, in Blisstopia we trust.